Hey Scorpio, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Your February to March is really interesting. The reason I think it's really interesting is that it's extremely natural. Natural meaning there's a lot of messages in here telling you that right now it's okay for you to be in hibernation. And these projects and these relationships and these things that feel really stuck right now, or these things that have completely failed and fallen to pieces, will mean little to nothing if you let go of them in the springtime. But right now, we're going to get to your cards, and I'm going to explain in detail what I'm seeing. I think the most important thing that Scorpio has to remember is how powerful you are. Everyone I know who's a Scorpio, you're like the fire sign of water signs, if that makes sense. Water is one of the most nourishing, but also one of the most destructive forces on the planet. And the one thing that I have seen in my Scorpio friends over and over again is that you always land on your feet. And you can just make magic happen. You can just pull fortune out of thin air. And I want you to remember that. But at the same time, you can also really be self-sabotaging. You're really great at creating magic and then destroying it as fast as you created it. But the amazing thing is you have so much personal power if you can harness your wisdom. I think a mature Scorpio who really owns their wisdom is a force of nature. But an immature Scorpio, a Scorpio who has deep wounds, a Scorpio who is an addict, is one of the most destructive forces out there. So that being said, let's get into this reading. Okay, heart of your situation, February going into March 2019. We have Two of Wands reversed. Possible delays, unfulfilled promises, indecision and disillusionment. Obviously, you're not feeling really good right now. You've been waiting or feeling for a business to take off, or a promotion at work, or some money to come in, or people have made you a lot of promises and it just hasn't happened. And you're starting to doubt the situation, or you've already you're done with it, but it's the worst thing is it's starting to seep into your psyche. So beware of that. But in your head, in the crowning of the situation, is the Knight of Cups, which is really funny. It just says that you're kind of so through the situation that you're even considering moving or trying to find opportunity somewhere else. So what this tells me is that you're not depressed, you're not ready to give up, yet you're starting to really grasp the reality of your life and the limited opportunities right now. Okay, going to the root of your situation. It's just reminding you, the Queen of Swords, to trust your heart and your wisdom and your independence, your intuition, your assertiveness, and your personal development. And it's really telling you, you're really great at giving advice, but it's time for you now to walk the walk instead of just talking the talk. Now you gotta buck up and do what you gotta do to move forward and to move on and to get over it. And you have the strength to do that, no doubt about it. So now we're going to go up to our branches. We got our left branch, our right branch. Sometimes they contradict, sometimes they will complement. So starting first thing to our left branch is a major arcana. The major arcana is the High Priestess. Again, driving home the message about neutrality, using your intuition and wisdom and inner knowledge. You must really start to trust yourself. and stop allowing others to influence you, especially emotionally. If you keep depending on other people and they keep letting you down, you know that old saying, you mess me up one time, shame on you. You mess me up twice, shame on me. So I'm just telling you to be careful. Next card over. Knight of Wands reversed. It's warning you, don't make hasty decisions. It's warning you of taking a dangerous risk of confusion, disruptions, or derailed projects. So you can pretty much count on it right now that if you're trying to get something big off the ground, that it's going to be like pushing a 10-ton boulder uphill. So instead of taking it personally and taking it as a defeat, just relax a little bit. Just relax, because I'm telling you, stuff's going to turn around in the springtime for you. Next to that, we have Nine of Pentacles reversed. Missed opportunities, time to start over, disappointment. Again, it's just saying that, you didn't do anything wrong this time. It was just destiny. And you're going to have to start over. Next to that, we have Ten of Wands. Again, reversed. Delays, unfulfilled promises, indecision, disillusionment. Don't let this failure or perceived failure get into your head, Scorpio. It just is what it is, and it was what it was. Say this with me. It is what it is, it was what it was, because the was is pushing it behind you. Okay, we're going to go up to our right branch now. First card, again, Major Arcana card, really driving home the power of this situation. Oppression, illusion, and deceit. Okay, so you really feel like you've been screwed over. You're really feeling this on a deep emotional level. Then we've got the Four of Swords reversed. Feeling banished from a group, rejection, frustration. So perhaps you quit your job. Perhaps you were fired. Perhaps that group of core people that you thought were your friends, or core people that you were working with to get a project off the ground, when it dissolved, you lost all those friends and all those contacts, and you're really feeling like, wow, I thought those people had my back. I thought they were my friends. But the most important thing, we're going into another Major Arcana card right next to this, which is the World. And that's just telling you it's the ending. But it's not just the ending, it's a rebirth, and it's a successful rebirth. It's victory and achievement and joy. So if this turns into some kind of lawsuit, something that has to do with money, you're gonna be okay. Ultimately, this is all gonna be just a lesson to you if you harness that inner wisdom that you possess. Next to that, ironically, we have the Death card. 3 Major Arcana cards, 2 dealing with endings and transformation on your right side. Transformation, change, endings, and new beginnings, the cycle of nature. So, yeah, wasn't that a rough ride? But going into springtime, it's going to be a brand new one for you. But it's going to be worthless if you can't let go of what you're taking personally. This was nothing personal. This was just a life lesson that you can make 2 choices. You can let it drag you down and take it personally, or you can take it as a life lesson and learn and grow from it. Now, I did 3 clarifying cards from this tarot. The first one is the Moon card in reverse. Confusion, deception, deceit, anxiety. So you got some anxiety right now. Well, of course you are. You just went through a major breakup, a major trauma. You might be a little low on cash right now. But you remember, you always land on your feet. You always land on your feet. Keep going with your intuition. Don't let this affect your self-esteem. Don't let it affect your self-trust, okay? Because right next to that is the most positive card in the entire deck, the Sun card, which is reminding you achievement, personal power, good times, happy events, friendship, victory, joy, fame, growth, success, happiness. And it's going to be so profound this spring It's going to be so profound that the next card, the King of Wands reversed, is warning you of being arrogant and self-centered. So this is amazing. It's amazing. And this is also warning you because if you don't manage that wisdom and that power correctly, you could go through this entire cycle again. You could relive this entire event again until you figure it out, until you mature past this. Okay. Oddly enough, I also pulled a clarifying card from the Oracle deck, and this is just warning you, don't think you can do everything and be everyone to everybody. This is telling you to delegate. It's Green Tara. Start delegating. And it says, ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. If you're not a social media person and you're trying to promote a business, why are you spending hours on Twitter and Instagram, Snapchat, when you suck at it and you could be putting that energy into doing what you do best? Pay a professional or find a professional to do that. That way, your power and your intuition, your wisdom can go into those things that are really going to bring the best result to you, instead of diluting that energy, time, and power to things that just aren't your thing. And last but not least, I pulled a rune for you. And the rune was Isa. And what Isa tells us is right now, it's winter. And there's nothing you can do. You can't grow tomatoes in the snow. So instead of being frustrated and fighting it, to just relax right now and allow yourself to recharge. To realize that there's no attack on you right now. What's going on in your life right now is not personal. It's nothing you've done wrong. It's just something you really, really have an opportunity to learn from, relax into, and prepare yourself for the next cycle, which for you is coming in the next couple months. What a wonderful reading, Scorpio. This is excellent. There you go. If you have any comments or questions, please post them below. And if you dig my reading, please subscribe. It helps. I want you to take care of yourselves. Get yourself strong for the spring. It's a good time right now to start eating right, to get back into the gym, because you're really going to need your mind and body come springtime, because great things are coming. A whole new cycle, a whole new rebirth. It's awesome. Take care of yourselves, and most of all, take care of each other, because how we treat each other on the streets, I believe, is our ultimate reality. Ciao for now.